Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, a northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we have probably one of the rarest automobiles we have in inventory right now, a 1930 Lincoln. Now this was a custom-bodied, Derham-bodied four-door convertible sedan Phaeton. Oh my gosh, what a mouthful and a half. Well, we'll give you all the details in but a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, a northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to show you one of our latest acquisitions, and is it a special one? A full-blown classic car, needless to say, a 1930 Lincoln Derham-bodied four-door convertible Phaeton, which is absolutely a custom-bodied car. Oh my gosh, you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to give you all the details of this car, give you a cold startup, a complete walk around to show you all the really special details of one of these custom-bodied cars. In 1930, it was just the beginning of the throes of the Depression, but there were still people out there wanting to have special cars, and I'll tell you what, this is one of them. You're going to want to click the link in our description. It'll take you right to our car on our website, give you all the information on this car, the pricing structure. Also, you have access to all the information on this car and our over 100 additional cars we currently have in inventory. So if you're looking for your first classic or your 100th and you want something out of the 20s all the way up into the 80s and beyond, Ellingson Motorcars is probably the place to go. And remember, our website is www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. Well, let's get into all the details of this truly remarkable car. I mean, there is rumors, and sometimes to find the production numbers on some of these limited edition cars is a little challenging, but for the most part, they believe there were less than 21 of these made. Now, these are custom-bodied cars that Lincoln basically gave the rights to other people to make a custom-bodied car for their discerning customers. They had customers that said, we want something a little special, we want something a little different. I mean, this is one of those particular cars because, like I said, they made less than 21 of these, and I have never seen one of these. They must be in private collections, someplace in museums or whatever, but we have one right here on the sales floor. It could be in your garage, needless to say. No, this is one of those spectacular cars that really is truly outstanding. A full-blown classic. I mean, beautiful color combination. Buckskin Tan with Winterleaf Brown with the orange pinstripes that go around to match, of course, the wide white walls and the orange tires. This is just one of those cars that's very, very special. Again, I've never seen one. Got the last of the Series L Lincolns. It's got the 384 V8 engine in this car. Got plenty of power to move. This car is probably approaching close to 5,000 pounds. Needless to say, it's a heavy one, but that's more than enough to get this to move down the road. The detail on the engine compartment is just beautiful, as is the rest of the car. The chrome work is exceptional. Don't you just love that the Greyhound hood ornament, if you will. You know, Edsel Ford kind of took the reins when Ford bought Lincoln back in the early 20s. Lincoln was something that Edsel said, I'm going to take the bull by the horn and make this a truly remarkable high-end luxury car, and I think he has more than accomplished that with all the cars that went through. And then on top of that, you get one of the Derham-bodied ones, which was one of the other custom body builders. I mean, we have names like Derham, and you've got Budig, you've got you know, all those names of these guys that made these real special cars. Dietrich, another name that these big major car manufacturers would have them custom build these cars for their special customer base. This was a very expensive car in 1930, and again, we're just in the very beginnings of the Depression. They were hoping to sell a lot more, but you know, 21 at that time probably ended up being a pretty good number for them to get produced as is. No, I just love the chrome work on this car, exceptionally nicely done. I mean, even has the center Trippe light there. You know, lighting in those days was very minimal. It didn't have a lot of lights going down the freeways. What freeways? You know, you had more open roads and whatever, so the lighting, the bigger you got the headlights, more light that it generated, and the Trippe lights were something that added a little more visibility for safety and whatnot. No, these cars came with, when you ordered something like this, you wanted to be very discerning, if you will. I mean, beautiful side mounts. Look at, I mean, this is all that attention to detail on these custom-bodied cars with the chrome work, matches all the rest of the car, mirrors on it. All was part of the package that Derham actually did for these customers. Beautiful car all the way around. Let's take a look at some of the other details. I love chrome hinges. It's just one of those things that kind of stands out. Beautiful interior. I mean, you have macadamia leather. That's what they call this. Just absolutely beautiful leather interior. Big wooden steering wheel. You had to have a pretty good sized steering wheel because remember, these cars did not have any sense of power steering, power brakes, anything like that. But you really needed to have a good sized steering wheel. People always ask, why is that? Just because of that very fact right there. No, it's got a 3-speed manual transmission on the floor, so it's a basic car for anyone to drive. If you know how to drive a Model A, you can drive a Lincoln 1930. You know, the 3 on the floor was pretty much standard operating modus operandi at that time. Automatic transmissions weren't for quite another 10 years, give or take. Beautiful canvas top on this thing. This is part of the stuff that this Hibbard and Darren did. I mean, look how unique that convertible top is. I think that one of the neatest things are, and you'll have to, that's why you want to watch the video, look at the inside woodwork. They got some of the wood framing and the chrome work on that convertible top. Really, really is very, very special. This car runs and drives really nice. I really like the fact that I can get in it. It seems to start right up. Motor has been redone, I'm sure, over its lifetime. This has been a car that was in someone's vast collection or a very discerning customer, needless to say. Now, you can find all of our cars on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and now even TikTok. You know, give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate that very much. You'll find all the information on this car, our current inventory, and as kind of an added bonus, you can actually see some of the cars we sold over the last several years as well. So if you've got time to check out those websites, by all means, you'll find interesting cars that'll just tickle your fancy if you got time to check that stuff out. Nope, this car, you know, because it's, you know, the convertible, it's got the big luggage rack in the back. Also, because, you know, where would you put your stuff if you traveled? It's got the luggage rack with the big trunk on the back for where your suitcases and traveling stuff could go with you when you took this car out on the road. Like I said, beautiful car all the way around. Just everything about it is very, very unique and very special. Like I say, I don't remember ever seeing one of these. Now, if you're like me, you're going to say, Scott, how would I ever get this car shipped to me? If I buy this car, whatever. Well, we can certainly assist you with shipping. We can help you with financing, get you in the right direction of companies that specialize in taking care of the collector car customers out there, because it is a specialty market, needless to say. You give us a call. We are at 763-428-7337, and we'll do our very best to answer any and all questions you may have about this car or any of our cars in stock. Well, I guess if it was a car up to me, if I wanted to buy something like this, I'd say, Scott, I love your videos. They're really good, gives lots of details, but I want to come and look in person. Well, you're more than welcome to come to Ellingson Motorcars right here in Rogers, Minnesota. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5 and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. For those people that say, you know, I just want to touch this and make sure it's a real car. Yes, it is on the sales floor. It is real. Well, I appreciate you looking at this particular lovely full classic car. Something that you just aren't going to see every day. Beautiful car in terms of the color combinations, leather interior, just all the attention to detail. It is truly one of those special cars out there for someone. So if you're looking for something that not everybody else in the world has, we have one of these sitting right here on the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars. Remember that website, ellingsonmotorcars.com. See you next time, and thank you again.